Welcome everyone to our what's this going to be? This is going to be officially episode 2, but our third broadcast of Hometown Heroes. This is the Hunter the Vigil 2nd edition one shot that we're doing here on Onyx Path to give everybody a look at the new system that's coming out, or the update to the Hunter system in the Chronicles of Darkness. That's currently on Kickstarter. You guys will be able to find that very easily in many provided links. I'm hoping that we got going in chat and on the website and everything. You can just, if failing that, go to Google, punch in Hunter the Vigil 2nd edition Kickstarter, and it'll take you there. They've just smashed a whole bunch of goals over the past week. We're talking there's chapters that have been that are starting to get put together for a player's guide, storyteller screen, backers t-shirts. I think the next one that we're going for on the stretch goals is to get a conspiracies chapter for the player's guide, so that we're talking full expanded extra rules, extra fluff for your wonderful organizations that hunters get themselves into for when they get up to good and bad things. So go check out the Kickstarter. It is something that I've been following since it came out in 1st edition, and I'm happy to be here running this game. I am the Connery, your storyteller for the evening. I'm going to be running this wonderful group of hunters above me through a game that I developed for a while. It's gone through some iterations, and we're having fun with it. I'm going to go around the horn here, and everybody's going to say who they are, where you can be found, and quick go over of something you're excited that you're doing right now that you want everybody to know. And then we're going to get right into our second session of Hometown Heroes. So we'll start with Jackie.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at DeathByMage, and I got the Unbreakable anthology coming out. We actually have a rougher deadline set for March now. It's a D&D 5e adventure anthology taking place in an Asian setting, and it's written by Asian writers and also illustrated by Asian artists.
That is awesome. Fox, you're next.
Hey folks, I'm next. I'm also Fox, at Fox Barrett, at Fox_Barrett on Twitter. You can get links to me being a virtual weirdo on the internet all the time. I do a lot of streaming, so come check out my Twitter. You'll get details.
Okay, thank you very much, Fox. TK.
It's me, it's TK. Spooky stories on the internet, tkjwrites.com, or follow me on Twitter, TK Joins the Fray. I play in a lot of games, and sometimes you'll see me on Twitch, or you'll see me moderating the Dungeons & Dragons Twitch channel, which is my day job. That's about it. Goodbye. Forever.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all wait. Right. Are we supposed to say who we're playing?
Bye.
No, we're good. We'll get into it.
I hope everybody has a delightfully spooky evening.
Oh, I'm going to try and make sure you have as much fun as possible. Jeremy, our resident cryptid.
So, yeah, I'm Jeremy, and deep within a faraway castle, there's a sealed concrete sarcophagus written on the underside of its lid, never to be opened, as my once and future Twitter handle. Otherwise, you can generally find me on Onyx Path Twitch streams occasionally.
Very cool. Thank you very much. I am so happy to have all of you here with me, and we're going to go ahead and get into our second episode of Hometown Heroes. But first, last time, our hunter organization, our hunter cell, thrown together by Dr. Jones, a local member of Null Mysterious, a scientifically skeptical organization of hunters, put out a call to the internet to put together a cell to investigate some odd occurrences going on in Irvington, New York, the traditional location that of Sleepy Hollow. Going to the internet usually gets you internet people back. So a group was formed of 3 other Network Zero members, a internet-based group of hunters who seek to unveil the truth no matter how it needs to be done. The 4 of them got together, went over Dr. Jones's notes, locations where people have gone missing, people have been found in comas, or people have been found dead of mysterious causes, or at least mysterious circumstances to their deaths. They decided to investigate the disappearances first in a park down the road from the train station where they all gathered. They found evidence of paranormal disturbances, specifically using Tony's thermographic imaging. They found cold spots in the parking lot where a car show had been held. In the parking spot where the suspected vehicle was parked, a large cold spot sat. And, well, being the ever curious, Holly took control of the situation and marched over and just went and touched it. It led to visions of a burning engine, pistons spinning in combustion, suspended in thin air, and feeling the reverberations of a roaring engine. Everybody else saw absolutely nothing, except for the distortions on their cameras. Car-shaped distortions. Following a trail of cold spot, though, it seemed the cold spot extended thinly through the parking lot and out to the street. Holly could not be stopped from continuing to investigate said trail, being chased quickly behind by Dr. Jones, who wanted to investigate the sites of some of these exact disappearances. In that space, they found it's concerning piece of evidence, a piece of human flesh, about the size of a silver dollar, and, well, still moist. It had some jiggle to it. While they were investigating that, Ty and Tony wanted to look around the parking lot further, investigate the footage that had been found, or that had been recorded. And just as they were preparing and setting up the computers to investigate the footage that they had captured, throughout the parking lot into the street, the revving of an engine was heard. Headlights flashed from the parking spot, and a looks as solid as can be Chevy 409 started roaring to life and heading through the parking lot. And that's where we left off. So, for the purposes of figuring out who's doing what and when and how, we're going to do initiative. Initiative is simply done. You take a D10, a singular D10. This is one of the few times you're actually taking the value of your D10. You're going to roll it, and you're going to add your wits. You have an initiative modifier down there on your character sheets. That's actually where you would want to look. It's figured out by it's one of your secondary stats. That's what it is. So take one of those, roll that, and we'll get started with who's going first. I have my actual first edition books here, so excuse me while I flip. And when you guys are ready, well, give me 1 second so I can.
You guys are ready? Wait, because I'm not.
I'm not. Yeah, hurry up and wait.
Okay.
Anybody from the military here? No. Okay.
No,
I'm waiting
yeah.
as fast as I can.
I just want to make sure I had it right. Okay, it's your dexterity plus your composure is the value that
Okay.
is your initiative modifier, and then you add the 1d10 to that. This is one of the only times you're going to be using this. I do initiative slightly differently. Normally, it's done in a regular ladder for the speed of play and making sure we're still chugging along here on the internet and showing off as much of the system as we can to you guys. We're going to be using a roster system. It basically means that everybody rolls initiative. That number becomes a slot. And then as the players go, they take whoever wants to take the slot, who hasn't gone that turn yet, that round yet, can take it. So I will start from the top. Anybody in the 15 plus region?
I got exactly 15.
Ooh.
Wow. Jeez.
Okay.
Rolled a 9.
So hunters get at a 15. Actually, I do record whose it is because if one of you goes down, you lose that slot. So, Dr. Jones. Is that a 15? Anybody over 10? Okay. You actually muted yourself there.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why
backwards.
people ask me to stream because I clearly don't understand what I'm doing. Also, I got an 11.
Okay, cool. Anybody at a 10 or 10 to 5?
Yeah, I got a 9.
I got a 6.
Cool. That rounds us out.
You got a 6. What's your initiative?
5. I rolled a 1.
Oof.
Oh, okay. That beats my 2.
We're
like, oh.
collectively quite statistically average.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So you have an initiative to activate. Who's going to activate first? Who wants to go first?
So I'm thinking, so if we heard, so Ty and I heard the engine roar and saw the headlights going, and it's basically heading into Holly and Dr. Jones's direction, right?
Yes, it's leaving the parking lot, heading in that direction.
Okay. So I think the first thing probably will be as soon as I hear the engine and I kind of see the lights going, I'm gonna probably just jump up and try to shout and let them both know that something's coming their way.
Oh, I know. Actually,
No.
Jones does not.
Jones doesn't.
Yeah, Jones does not.
Jones doesn't. I do. I was looking at it when we ended the stream last time, and it's like, oh, that's bad.
This is
Yep,
a very fascinating piece of flesh.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna shout, and instinctually Tony's also going to pull out the camera to try to capture as much evidence that's going on. I mean, worst case, if Dr. Jones bites the bucket, at least we have evidence.
Wow. Okay. So do you want Tony to activate first? Or you guys meta discussing what you guys want to do first
Go for
between
it,
each of you
Tony.
before you go?
I feel like at least warning would be the at least the right. I know Tony would want to warn them.
Okay, so Tony's taking the first activation, shouting to everybody while also brandishing camera.
Brandishing camera.
All right, I will have you roll for specific actions, possibly as the round continues,
Mhm.
or like catching good footage. Might
Right.
have you roll a crafts photography check.
Sure.
But for now, we'll move on to the next. You have the next activation. So who wants to go next?
I mean, I'd kind of like to get out of the road, or at the very least, try and get our my good friend here out of the road since he's busy looking at Flash.
Poking it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Merryweather, we gotta go. Like if I could like grab him and get him out of the way of the because like the car's like pointing straight at us as I understand it.
It's coming up the drive. It would have to make a left-hand turn to get to you, but it's definitely leaving the parking lot.
Okay, then yeah, like at the very least, I would want to like grab him and like get him up to his feet and just be like, hey, car. We are in the street. We need to not be in the street and try to like pull him off the road.
Okay, I'll take a strength
Uh-oh.
athletics test.
That's not too bad, actually. Athletics. And strength. Okay, let's roll some dice. Dice.
So for those of you who are new to the system, you can go ahead and mark this down. The way tests are done is via a die pool of D10s. Any side that comes up 8 or higher is considered a success. So we're counting those successes. So when a task needs to be done, a attribute core stat is picked up that number of dice for that stat, and then you also have your skills, who also rated 1 to 5, pick up dice for that stat, added those two together, and roll it. So what did Holly get?
Hot 2.
Hot 2. Okay, so that is going to move Holly and Dr. Jones out, unless Dr. Jones is specifically resisting. You don't have to worry.
As Holly goes, car.
Is Dr. Jones resisting?
Dr. Jones is not resisting.
Okay, so it was more a matter of, do you fall on your face while trying to drag him out of the street? So you get onto because there's no sidewalk here, it's just curb and grass. So you grab Dr. Jones and unceremoniously chuck him onto the grass.
Yeah.
Away from...
it's like shoulder charge, like oof. Just throwing my body at his to try and just get him off the street.
Holly is not on the grass herself, though. She is just on the edge of the sidewalk. And now it is the 409's turn. The car speeds out of the parking lot and does hang a left turn and starts speeding towards Holly's position. So I need Holly's defense.
Sure. I have a defense of 4.
You have a defense of 4.
True.
So the way I build a dice pool, since the car is making an quote-unquote attack, I make a dice pool using the appropriate stats of, in this case, drive, because the car is a weapon in this case. So this is a dexterity drive test for the vehicle. So I put that dice pool together, and then I have to take dice away that equals the defense of my target. And then it's rolled once, and for every success I get, a health level of damage is done. It's that simple. 1.
Oh.
Willpower damage.
Okay.
So willpower is your kind of your like mental situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see you've got the boxes. This is like as if you spent a willpower.
Mm-hmm.
So this is that's lethal. Oh no, wait. There's no bashing or lethal with willpower damage. It's just willpower damage. So you take 1. As the vehicle roars towards Holly, barely able to get to her knees to dive to the sidewalk in the grass. Dr. Jones swore that the car just rolled over an ankle and crushed it. Immediate trauma classes from med school start flashing through his brain as he watches this vehicle just clip and crush Holly's leg. Holly feels as though in the moment she would have been decimated. And that's that moment of fear, is that willpower damage. But as she spins around and looks at her foot, it's fine. If anything, a slight chill up that leg, pins and needles, eating away at your nerves, but no damage as the car goes to continue on down that street. Your next activation. So you guys were activate for the rest of, so whoever hasn't gone yet, so that's Dr. Jones and Ty. You haven't gone yet, so choose which of you goes first. It's between you two.
Mind if I go? Because Dr. Jones is just going to immediately go with instinct of someone just got their leg run over and try to be a shoulder for her to for her to lean on in order to make sure that she can keep moving because the car might come back or anything. Like, has yet to take in the supernatural aspect of it, is just full on need to make sure this person is healthy and not going to get worse.
Okay. So essentially going over and just helping Holly up and further off the street. Are you checking, like rolling up the pant leg, seeing if there's any damage, that kind of move?
If there's time to do so without getting to the next round, yeah.
Try and
assess the damage.
That can be done in this turn. That's like an observation thing. That could take place in about 6 seconds. Grab person, throw them onto grass, lift a pant leg check.
Hello.
Assess. Let's see here. So I'm going to need a composure. Remaining calm is the key to this roll. And medicine. I need that roll from you.
And this is one of my professional trainings, so 9 again.
Oh, you got the 9 again roll on it. That's right. You took the merit of professional training at a higher level. So normally 10s get re-rolled. And as long as you keep rolling 10s, you keep rolling them. Because of a merit choice for Dr. Jones on the character sheet, professional skills that Dr. Jones has been trained in, he gets 9 again on those checks, which means you re-roll 9s and 10s. So what'd you get?
2 8s, so 2 successes.
Okay, a pair of successes. As you yank at it with medical urgency. Let's define how this deep pantsing is happening.
Yes, please.
Grabbing the cuff of the pants and just yanking them up high enough to assess where you think the damage would be. All you can see is it's a bruise, that yellowing kind of marbled with purple looking bruise, but no severe physical trauma at all aside from that.
Holly, scale of 1 to 10, how much of pain are you in right now?
That thing ran over my fucking leg.
So I'm gonna call this a breaking point. So I'm gonna need both of you to roll your let's see. So this is a brush with the first instance of the brush with the supernatural. So it's going to be a -1. So you're rolling your integrity is what you're doing. So you take your integrity as a dice pool,
Okay.
pop that down, and you're going to remove just 1 die from this.
Get integral. Oh, hell yeah. Here we go.
I got 2 successes.
I'm not done rolling. A moment, please.
Oh.
There we go. 6.
6, you say?
That's what the dice kept doing to me. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Ghost car, schmost car.
I mean,
So-
she's had the most encounter with this so far, so maybe she's used to it.
True.
Mhm.
So
Too busy
because
being in shock to be scared.
so on this test, because normally it would be to see if you take like an effect. This is basically your spook roll. Success means you're just affected by one of 3 different conditions, which are a feature of the system. I'm going to say that Dr. Jones is going to take the shaken condition. So write that down. You are currently shaken. Because you rolled an exceptional success, you absolute beast, you.
Yay.
You don't take a condition, and you recover a willpower point.
Oh, Dib.
You in that moment, you somehow just reaffirmed. I didn't get hit. Good. I have to protect other people. Is
Yeah.
the mental litany that you go through there. So that's wow. Okay, I've actually never had somebody roll crit on a breaking point before. That's
It
awesome.
just kept coming up zeros. That was weird.
If you fail, you take a condition, and you I think you lose a dot of integrity. If you like crit fail, it's even worse. But that didn't happen, so we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. So all we need now is for the final roster slot to be taken up, and Ty hasn't activated yet. So what's Ty up to?
Yo. I don't even know what's going on. Tony pulled out a camera. Holly's like throwing herself in front of ghost cars. Did she get hit? I don't know. I think Ty's just like hanging out where they were, but has swung their phone around to try and film everything. They are trying to be as God, I didn't put in stealth, but they are trying to be as stealthy as possible, like moving between cars, looking around, trying to see if like there's anything else going to come at them.
Okay, all right.
Other than that, not a lot going on.
I will take a perception test, which is a 2 attribute test, wits and composure together.
Wits and composure.
Yeah.
Let me count on my fingers real quick. Okay. I was like, dots. Okay, so rolling 5. Okay, I got 2 9s.
Okay, so that's 2 successes. Good stuff. Okay. All right. This will come into play on the next turn, but you do know there doesn't seem to be anything else around you as Ty tries to keep the phone pointed towards the car, but is also doing the rubberneck, looking around, but still trying to keep that phone pointed at the car.
I don't know if there's going to be like a ghost motorcycle or like a ghost moped, a ghost razor scooter. Like
it's going to be Ghost Nitro Circus up in here real quick.
Yes, I don't know. Ghost monster truck. A speedboat. I don't know.
Oh, no. All right. So we're going to start off the next round here. Dr. Jones. Oh, actually, it starts off with Dr. Jones's roster slot, but anybody can take this roster slot. Who wants to go first? I know who doesn't.
Nah, I'm cool.
If anything, I think Tony, I guess, will have to be the one having to chase out of the. We'll try to follow the car and try to continue taking as much of the footage as possible with the camera. Even if he can, I think he's going to actually try to aim for if there's maybe a license plate
on foot or in vehicle.
Ooh, temptation!
We gotta go chase that car.
I need you to define that.
Okay, I think the smarter thing that Tony's gonna do is, he's gonna chase. He's gonna start the car.
All right. I'll need a just to get a general idea of you starting the car and starting to move.
Right.
I'll just take a quick dex. We'll go composure drive for your first turn.
Okay, sounds good.
See if you fumble the keys, you turn the wheel too fast, fishtail accidentally or intentionally to make yourself look badass. Okay, 3 successes. All right. Easily jams the key in, turns it over, gets it started. Camera's on the dash, one-handed while you're trying to steer with the other.
Yep.
As
I shout, Ty, get in the car.
And Ty's a little forward ahead, so Ty could jump into the vehicle as the car is getting ready to roll.
Yo, there's nothing Ty wants more than to jump into a moving vehicle.
You're not gonna wait.
What could possibly go wrong?
Just dive it in.
Yes.
Nice. All right, Dex Athletics, please.
Rude. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
This
Plus 2. I guess this doesn't count. This doesn't count as gymnastics, I guess. So
I'll take it.
Hey, that's what's up. I don't know what that gives me. Does that give me anything?
If you have a specialty, that's what you're asking? Your specialty in gymnastics?
Yes.
A specialty gives you an extra die.
Oh, hecky yeah. Nice. So I get a pool of 7. So let's see whether or not this is going to ruin my life. Oh, yeah.
You do the flips and the dips?
Yeah. Ty was a pageant kid. Let's see how it goes. I got to...
People diving out of cars a lot during pageants. They're real weird.
Okay. It's a skill.
But now they do like parkour is one of their merits. So I don't think that gives me anything, but whatever. I don't know.
It gives you access to maneuvers, parkour maneuvers.
Nice. So. Hecky yeah. Okay, so I got 2 8s and a 10.
Reroll that 10.
Reroll that 10.
So
that's 3 so far. So just re-rolling 1 and it's a 3. So 3 successes.
3 successes. That's fantastic. Tony's getting ready to slow the car down. Ty's already at a full sprint, notices one of the windows is open in the back and dives headlong into the back seat just as Tony's starting to slow down.
Okay, I guess I'm going to floor it.
All right. It is now the 409's turn. So those of you who were recording the vehicle, need you to make those crafts. Because you're driving, you're going to take a negative to this, but this is going to be composure, crafts, and if you have a photography specialty.
Yep.
Or anything to do with cameras.
Yep. All right. I got filmography, so will that work?
Yes. And you would take you're going to take a -2 to your die pool total though because you're driving. Right. Ty is also counted as last turn you were trying to record it, so I'm going to allow you to make that roll as well.
Awesome.
I didn't have any successes, but you'll enjoy this, Conry. I rolled all 666s. I had to at least let you know.
Hail Satan.
Stay evil.
Someone wanted you to roll that
perfection.
So trying to keep your hand on the wheel, the surprise of Ty diving in through the back seat and not having a stable hand position on the dash, you're not able to keep the lens pointed in the right direction.
Right.
I got 1 8.
A success is a success.
I know.
So let's take that to the bank. All right, yeah. While also being a gifted gymnast and parkourite?
Tracer.
Yeah, tricker.
Runner. Ty's able to keep the camera kind of pointed towards the vehicle.
When I started my blog, I thought that I'd be able to do like aerial tricks and stuff, but nah. Turns out people love ghosts.
There you go.
That's where the views were, man.
But that
Now
little
you can
bit
do
of
both.
time, that little bit of time gave you that extra edge, so that now Ty has a feeling they might have some footage.
Yo, watch me
Okay.
backflip over a ghost.
All right, so now I'm taking the 409's turn here. It peels and fishtails a wide right turn that takes up the whole street and points back in the direction where it had come. It revs its engine once at a stop, the whole vehicle kind of shaking in place before you can hear the wheels squeal, grinding up rubber on the pavement as it rockets at Holly and Dr. Jones. Looks like they're going towards the actual jumping of the curb. So I'm going to have actually, I don't have to roll that. As it hits the curb and bounces up and looks like it is about to obliterate Holly and Dr. Jones, the car never makes it onto the grass. It almost phases out as its wheels leave the pavement. As Holly and Dr. Jones recoil in the moment, brace for impact, and no impact comes. You can still hear the engine. You can still hear the gravel turning under the wheels, but you can't see anything. So it is now, let's see, we have Holly and Dr. Jones are the two that haven't activated this turn. Who wants to go?
Can you walk, Holly?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think we need to stay on the grass.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you have any specific actions you want to take? Movement?
Figure out what happened to my car without leaving the spot where I am.
Oh, you can see that it's you can see clearly who's driving it towards you now.
I am slightly saddened as a minor action.
Is there anything you want to prepare?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna see if I could try to get in if it passes by.
Okay. Oh, the your car. Okay.
Yeah, no, not the ghost car.
Okay. I'll take a no. This it doesn't need a roll at this point. You running across, it's up to Tony to decide if he's going to slow down and let the doctor in, or the doctor's going to have to tuck and roll as Ty did.
No,
My papers are in there.
Yo, it's super easy, bruh.
It's seriously, it's just like 2.5 feet by 2.5
Yeah.
feet. You just
Just
sit
watch
there.
me.
Just be a springy 19-year-old. It's no problem.
It's true. I am, in fact, a springy 19-year-old. I don't even have real bones yet.
That's what I've been doing wrong this whole time.
Look at it. It's all cartilage. Woo.
All right. Tony's would okay. So Tony slows down enough for Dr. Jones to hop in. What do you want? Back seat, front seat? There's
Shotgun.
shotgun. Okay, running around the car, opening the door, jumping in, slamming the door behind you. Next turn, you are in the car. Holly, what would Holly be up to at this moment?
Yeah, I mean, if the car's pulling up, then at that point, like, I'm running up to it and grabbing like any of the cameras we've got that have got like thermal imaging on them and like pointing it at where that thing vanished to try and get like a trace. Is like, is this thing gone? Is it invisible? Like, trying to find like point one of our fancy pants cameras at where it used to be. To be like, hang on, where to go?
All right, I'll have all of you then that are taking footage actively make that deck composure crafts photography cameras, anything like that works as a specialty for this.
Okay.
I gotta. I'm
Do I
actually.
still get a penalty or no?
Yeah, because you're driving.
Okay.
And
All
does
right,
my
just making
photography
sure.
that exists under expression still not apply here?
Yeah, no, this is analytical
Damn it.
footage. You're not trying to.
I don't have craft in any capacity.
Sorry, I got a 6, y'all. No help this time. I think I'm just distracted by people getting in the car now.
I got 1 success somehow.
All right.
Like, yo, did you see me leap through that open window? It was awesome. I've like turned the camera around onto
yeah.
me.
You did what?
Be like, I look so cool. Did y'all see that? Yeah, platelets. It was pretty dope. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it was great.
When you don't have a skill, how much do you subtract?
Well, it depends. If it's a mental skill, if it's any
Yeah, if it's a mental skill, because I don't have craft
okay.
at all.
physical and social skills, it's normally a -1. Because it's a
Right.
mental skill, it's a -3.
That's cool. I'll roll 1 die. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Natural 1 or a wow.
I have a single die left.
You have a
I have a
single die left. You didn't go to 0.
No.
Okay.
I have a
cool.
very high composure.
Chance die. Why that was escaping me hard right there for a
And I
second.
did not get a success, so
Okay, but it's a chance die. It's not a chance die, so there's no worry about like crit fail or anything like that.
yes, correct.
Cool. So you don't really catch anything. Although Tony feels like he might have swept across something, or at least in the right direction, during that time. All right. You can hear the engine running. You can hear it rolling across gravel. But you can't exactly see where it is. Your activations for the top of the round. Everybody's refreshed. Who is going to go first?
I mean, I guess I'll climb inside this vehicle then to actually like get inside. I guess driver's side rear is where I'd be at this point.
Okay.
And just like, did anybody see the cars? Anybody know where the hell it went? We got to find this thing.
I don't know if we caught any footage, but if you want to use any of the other cameras, we got the thermal imager back there.
I mean, I could keep pointing a camera uselessly out the window at this thing, but
I mean, when you're in that mode.
sure.
You don't have to go. You don't have to be the one to go second. You know, anybody can take up the second slot. Or first. Actually, no. You ran to the car, got in, boom. That was your first activation.
Yeah, I activated the bottom of the last round. We're at the top of the next round. I figured I could just go again.
Get in the car. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how.
Yeah,
it
actually
works.
get inside the car
Alright.
before I get
Get
like
inside
run
the
down.
car.
Yeah.
Does Tony want to take over next and start driving, or does anybody else want to see if they can figure something out, or who wants to go next?
Can I get like a cult about my hunch about whether or not it has to be on roads to hit people is right?
Okay, you've seen enough of it to make a few guesses, so I'll allow an occult intelligence occult test. No, wits occult test. This is in the heat of the moment. How fast can you think?
It's the same either way.
That's a thought that counts.
2 successes.
Okay. 2 successes. You do feel as though the fact that it left the street might be something to do with something similar to maybe you've heard of the new age hippies talking about spirits having bands. It's something you've heard of. To a null mysterious individual, though, they would probably think it's something to do with resonance or some kind of electroconductive displacement, why they can't do certain things or take certain actions, and in this case you have a feeling that maybe it does have something to do with it, whether it's on the road or not.
So,
All right.
Jones will relay a sort of techno-babbly version of that to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Insert
Alright,
tech
so what do you
here.
think is the next step then, Doc?
That just tells us how to be safe from it. I don't know how to deal with it.
Well, I'm sure you don't want. I'm sure this car is not meant for for cross country.
No.
It's a Jeep. It's got enough to it. It's just not exactly in the best condition to be doing it.
Yo, any car can be cross country.
If you try hard enough.
If you just believe in yourself. Ty's license has been suspended.
I will have to fill out some paperwork. I really don't if anything bad happens to this car.
You got insurance, right?
Look at it this way.
Yes.
Maybe we won't survive the night. There's always that a possibility too.
Yeah, if we're dead, you won't have to do the paperwork.
Wow. As this delightful little banter is bouncing back and forth, the from the passenger side rear, a almost like a series of spotlights, far too bright to be headlights, just coats the interior of the car in blinding light. And the engine roars again and speeding right past the passenger side. From behind you now, the 409 streaks out and into the street again, making a left and heading in the direction that it originally turned out of the parking lot in.
Ooh, spooky. Don't love that.
Tony.
Everyone make wits composure tests. This is perception.
I don't like it. Okay, what's composure?
Oh, this is a perception test?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That matters because I've got a thing.
I always want to make sure you have a thing.
Y'all.
Love things.
I'm sorry. I'm going to control print this and put this in the Discord so you can see it. I want you to see this because I have 3 10s and a 9.
Oh, wow.
All right. So re-roll 3 of those, please.
God is real.
4. All right. So you got 4 successes. Re-roll 3 of those.
Satan already showed up
Get a fifth one,
today.
get a
Why
fifth
not
one.
got to?
Yeah, and another 9. Let me just.
It's getting metaphysically crowded in here.
I have to show this to you. I'm sorry. I'm just very excited. Good things rarely happen to me.
So that's 5 successes. That means that's an
I
exceptional
nailed
success.
it.
All right. What did everybody else get?
4 successes.
I got 1.
Just the 3.
3. Okay. So everyone got enough successes to see it kind of swerve where Holly had been before, where Dr. Jones had been in the street, that spot where the spatter of blood and the chunk of flesh had been found. It's Ty that notices that the car shudders when it hits that spot. The hood flaps up, and Ty can swear that they see a person fall into the engine compartment under the hood. But they were of the same consistency as the vehicle as it begins to drive off. So now you have the next. So Ty hadn't gone yet, and Tony hadn't gone yet. Who wants to go first?
Well, if anything, so the car is just passed by us, right? So
It's passed by you, looped
okay,
around that, made the left onto the street, and then had swerved towards the side, towards the curb again before driving further away.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to chase after the Impala.
Yes, chase time.
Chase time. What would you like me to roll,
All
Mr.
right.
the Conry?
That's gonna be it's gonna be Dex and Drive.
Dex and Drive. All right.
I think it'd be a good roll for that.
Yeah.
Seems appropriate.
Seems only appropriate. I got 1 success.
Okay, I have a defensive Dex and Drive
Ooh.
test. Because you're gonna chase after it.
Mhm.
All right, so it Pony with some skill, not just pedal to floor and hope for best, accelerates as hard as you can without sending the car into a tail tail spinning uncontrolled drift. Heads down the parking lot drive, makes that left onto the street, and gives chase to this Phantom 409. It doesn't look like you're making too much headway though. But you're not completely lost. It does have a little bit of a head start on you though. And Ty. What is Ty doing now?
My gosh, man, I'm so freaked out. There was like a person getting shoved into this engine. That's crazy. But it was a ghost person, so that's probably fine. I don't know what Ty wants to do. I think Ty is just gonna focus on like watching stuff through their phone, but they will be like relaying anything that they see to the rest of the group. They just don't like, honestly, I don't think that they have anything that will help this situation except for a camera phone and like sweet parkour skills because they cannot drive.
All right. Then I will ask for those of you who were attempting to record. So I think Holly took her action running to the car and getting in. So I had you roll that already. So Ty just needs to make that crafts and composure test.
Oh, I hate it.
See if you catch some footage.
Nah, bruh.
No, okay, not.
I was too freaked out by a person being shoved into a car.
All right, cool.
So
Awesome.
wait, it got shoved into the car? Like what? Did it like try to eat it?
Like a person fell into the engine
Like they
under
got-
the hood.
Like they got run over?
Person from where?
Yo, I don't know, like a ghost person, you know? Like, would I describe that as like somebody getting like launched by a car, or did they just fall in like while fixing it, or do I have a way of like interpreting what happened?
It looked like they were stepping off the curb.
Okay.
And then the car came up
And launched them.
as like it was gonna hit them, but like you know how in there's that classic roll over the hood and up the top kind of roll in movies.
Fast and the Furious, yeah.
The hood popped open right as they went to roll. The hood caught them and then slammed down.
Yeah. Okay. So this is how I'm like illustrating it. Like my hand, while I'm trying to with my phone, like that's why I sucked so much taking footage is like, I'm like, okay, here's this phone is this person is just standing there. And then he's like stepping off the curb and then this car goes, like Vin Diesel is driving. It goes like,
I'm sorry, the car ate them?
yeah, no, not like intentionally, but it's like a munch, like
Who's Vin Diesel?
like a munch.
I'll explain later when we're not being killed by a ghost.
Who's okay? Yeah. He go, but there was both ghosts.
The ghost car ate another ghost.
Ghost car ate another ghost, like a flashback or something.
Okay.
Do I have like the acuity to interpret this as like seeing something that happened, or am I so dumb that I genuinely think a ghost launched another ghost?
I'll allow a wits occult test.
Okay. Yo, I can do that. Let me roll Fizzity 5. I got an 8 and a 10. I'm going to re-roll that 10. So I have 2 successes. But the other ones was real. I was almost dumb. Whoa. I'll only re-roll 1. I got 2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes. You don't have enough evidence to rule out a flashback, but you can't, like, you don't know if this is an echo or if this is something that the car feels like it's doing. It's making sentient choices, but you don't know if that person that it just ran over into, I don't know how you'd classify that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if that person that it ate was an echo or if it was its own thing. This is all happening so fast and so not randomly, but it's hectic that it's hard to piece all of it together in any kind of simple semblance.
Yo, TBH, they could have both been echoes, or one could be an echo and then the ghost launched the echo. It was weird. It's like, I'm not really sure if they was the same thing. Does that make sense?
Man-eating car. That's a new one. Okay.
Totally launched a dude.
That's
It was
totally
crazy. It was like in slow motion. It was like, woo. Oh shit, I'm supposed to be filming.
Okay. So we're back at the top of the round now. We are in initiative still. Who wants to take the first slot? I might, as storyteller here, this doesn't have to be unless if one of you has a specific thing you want to do that would take precedence over Tony driving the car. I might want to do that first in the round to see how that affects the rest of you in the turn.
I'm fine.
It's fine with me. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay. I'm gonna burn a willpower before I roll.
All right. So, like before, I did willpower damage to Holly with the 409. You can elect to take a level of willpower damage to give yourself a 3-die bonus to any roll.
Oh, no shit.
Yes.
Yep.
So that's not only is it a health track, but it's also a resource, but it's also a health track.
What?
So
I only got 3 of those things.
Willpower, because it sucks if you do.
Yeah.
I only got 3 willpower, so y'all are hardcore carrying me through this adventure.
So
I refuse to be useful.
I cannot get hit by the car, is what I'm hearing.
Look, let's be honest. Can anybody get hit by a car?
Holly was
once.
fine.
Holly was fine. You're right. Holly's tough.
I got hit by
Holly
a car
is
and then
tough.
healed it. Like
She's strong as heck.
Net even to getting hit by a car.
She rubbed
right.
some dirt on it and she was like, "Hey."
All right, let's get to this roll here. So Dex and Drive.
I actually got 2 10s. Holy cow. 4 successes.
So this is a contested test. So
So
we're both rolling full die pools and then comparing successes to see who came out ahead, and specifically in a chase to find out who's gaining and by how many. All right, so that's 3 with a reroll.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Turns out cars are good at driving themselves.
I know, right?
Tony actually makes some headway.
I'm shocked.
Well, before it was an advance in the 409's direction by 1. And right now it was an advance in Tony's direction by 1. So you're actually keeping pace and you've kind of regained some ground. You're now what you think would be about 2 car lengths, maybe 1.5 car lengths behind.
Wow.
As the vehicle swerving to do whatever it did in that little moment that Ty caught. You were able to take advantage and take the straightest path where it swerved and take up some of that gap. So, who is going next?
Well, I would like to take the camera I've got, like flip that sucker over to video and like just keep holding it straight, Tony. And I want to try and get like some video of this thing while we're behind it to try and get like a clear image of this stupid thing, because I don't think we've really gotten a good picture of this freaking car.
So it's one of Tony's cameras?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has equipment bonus on his cameras. So
+2.
You get a +2 to this roll. So it's the same one as before, but because you are not in chance die territory, you get to add those 2 dice.
Excellent. And what I just learned was that I could also burn one of my points of willpower to get another 3 dice.
You can do that too.
Awesome. Doing that.
All right.
Ollie's just gonna kind of grit her teeth and go like, it's now or never, and like wrap the strap around my arm and like lean out the camera or lean out the window and just like, come on. Zoom this in. I want to at least get this license plate, something, anything.
Yeah, anything.
Oh, come on. You're killing me here. Or nothing. Or I could get Squatzo on 7 dice.
Wow.
6 dice. Sorry.
Okay.
God damn it.
Satan's back.
In common parlance, I think it would be balls.
It's cool of Satan to like waste the good rolls on the idiot who's watching a dude get munched by a car. So not the person with the gun.
The 409's turn. What do I want to do? Ooh. Now's the perfect time. I'm going to burn Holly's Spooked. I get to use those conditions that apply to you and consume them myself to activate powers on the monsters. This is one of the coolest things that they introduced in Chronicles. So you get to remove your spooked condition.
Yay, I win.
As Holly,
does she get the beat for that?
No. When you resolve, it says specifically if you resolve that condition, you get a beat. In this one, you just it'll tell you in the resolution if you get a beat. Oh wait, let me see. Hold on. Not applicable. Not applicable. Not applicable. Gain a beat when losing. You know what? Yeah. We'll say because I don't want to fish too deep into the rules. When you resolve a condition, I do believe there is somewhere in there it does say something about gaining a beat. I don't know if it's per specific condition or if it's any condition, but we'll say you take a beat for this then. Beats are.
Thank you for beating me.
Mm-hmm.
Beats are think of them as units of experience. 5 beats put together make a whole experience, and that's what's used to increase your characters. And it's not a class system, by the way. It's like put it wherever you want, but there's like costs. So we'll do that. And here's what happens. Holly leans halfway out the window, seatbelt wrapped around one elbow, camera lanyard around the neck, one hand trying to steady the camera, the other hand steadying the body on the side. Holly's eye pressed up to the viewfinder, trying to keep track of the car. And in a bump, in a moment of false-footedness, if you could consider it, there's a little bit of a bump. The camera jerks side to side, and in that moment, the car actually disappears from the viewfinder. To everyone else, the car just blinks out in the middle of the road. And this is why I spent it to activate jump scare, because the car immediately blinks back in next to your vehicle on the driver's side and starts to slam in towards Holly hanging out of the vehicle.
Neat.
So I want Holly to make a Dex Athletics check.
Sure, no problem. Actually, I'm shockingly good at that. Hang on, that might not be a problem. So check. I've got enough dice here. Where's my athletics? There we go.
Also get my jump scare out and double check, make sure I did it right.
It's like looking down the camera like, what the hell? Oh, thank goodness.
J. Nope, that's Numina.
Oh.
I need dread powers. There we are.
All right.
Dread.
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay,
successes.
So you don't get knocked out of the vehicle.
Ooh.
Bonus, yay.
Aha. That's what I should have done. All right. Well, I resolved it this way. I'm going to resolve it that way. I'll actually use the proper power. I was looking at another. I was thinking of another ability. Jump scare does something else that lets me consume a shaken and force you to fail a skill test.
Oh.
You just fail a skill test because whatever you're trying to do, like a car teleporting next to you and then slamming into the side of the car. I do need Tony to make a reflexive drive, dexterity drive test to maintain control of the vehicle.
Oh boy.
I need all other passengers to make wits composure tests. This is perception.
This is rude. I don't accept
Thank
this.
goodness.
Wits composure. Okay, good.
1 success.
2 success.
Okay, I get 5 of these. I got 1 success.
Goose egg.
But I do scream like a child.
You are a little distracted not getting hit by a car.
Yeah, I'm too busy like slamming onto the top of the car going, what the hell?
All right, what did our driver get though?
2 successes.
All right, so the Jeep does not go out of control. Our observers, Ty had success, and did the doctor have it?
Dr. Jones had 1 success.
Okay, how many did Ty get again?
1.
1. Okay. So the two of you see that there seems to be within the vehicle the silhouette of arms, and you can see somebody sitting in the driver's seat as it slams into the vehicle, and it makes physical contact. There is the sound of crunching metal and scraping steel as the two vehicles bounce off each other in the middle of the road.
It's absolutely screaming.
And then we have your activations. So the car is literally to your left in the on the driver's side of the vehicle. Who would like to go next?
Can I try and see if I can get a better vantage to see the driver of the vehicle? Just like poke my head out of a window or try to peek past Tony? Or...
That was kind of the unless you're going to try a different way of observing, that was kind of what happened in that last passive perception test.
I can grab a camera.
Okay. I'm going to have you roll that. I have to go use bio quick, though, so I can...
Okay.
As that just happened, as the car slammed into the side of your Jeep, what is, role play from there for a couple minutes. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Doc, I hope your insurance covers ghost cars.
It most definitely does not. Other cars, maybe, and if I'm lucky, the damage looks like an actual car.
Yeah, I'd say I'm like still up on the roof. Yeah, I'd say it looks like a fucking car.
Also, it apparently goes through flesh, but hits other cars just fine.
Well, we're back on the road. I don't know, maybe that's something to do with it. Where'd I put that gun?
Oh my god. You're gonna shoot a ghost car?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the damn ghost car. You got any better ideas?
Ty is like flattened up against the passenger side door and is just like, ah, ah, ah. It's just like screaming. They don't know what to do. They're just like,
maybe there's something, some resonance that was poisonous to it that we can throw at it.
Well, hopefully you have some evidence on this car and it won't be our dead bodies.
what the fuck is a car allergic to?
What
Well,
kind of residence?
Not being on roads, so something other than that.
Yeah, Ty like grabs Tony's shirt. Is like, get off the road.
This thing keeps slamming into the side of us. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I don't care if you have to drive into the lake.
I care if you drive into the lake.
I very much care if you drive into the lake.
Well, something's got to give, and I'd rather not us.
Can you get it into the lake?
I think I can, unless you
Do
want me
not
to try
drive
to push
this
it.
car.
Do
Do not
it.
drive this car into a lake. What are you doing?
I don't want to
No, no,
die here.
No, drive
You want to
the
die
other-
drowning in a lake?
No, drive the other car into the lake. Like,
Do you want me to push the ghost car into the lake?
I
Yeah,
have
try
no
letting me go
idea
far.
how that
Yeah,
works.
juke it into the lake.
Maybe we can force it off the road or something. Maybe.
Shoot out
I
the
don't know.
tire.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm loading my gun.
Ghost tire. I'm so scared.
You wouldn't have enough
You know,
ghost bullets.
You know, if had I known that this was going to be a reiteration of Death Race, I would have at least asked for a better actor.
Oh my gosh, Death Race is so good, guys. Ty is on a tangent now. Has like turned the phone around. Is like, any of you platelets ever seen Death Race? So good. The 1970s peak.
Wait,
I
are you
wasn't there, but
seriously-
you know.
Are you seriously live right now as we're fighting for our lives against a ghost car?
Yeah,
hell
the
are you getting a
views
signal?
are super great. Oh, I carry around my own little, and they like open up their little, their branded jacket that they have, and they've got their own God, what is the word I'm looking for? What is it whenever you make your own Wi-Fi? Their hotspot.
Oh,
They've
hotspot.
got a hotspot inside the mesh jacket.
Wait, seriously? You've had a mobile hotspot on you this
Yeah.
entire time, and you
Yeah,
didn't
of
bother
course.
to tell us?
The hustle is decidedly real.
Do you guys just not have mobile hotspots? These are only like $200. Come on, man.
Stick the rifle out the window. Nope.
Yes.
Ugh.
Ugh. Shoot
Okay.
the car. Shoot the car. Shoot
Can't
the
stop my
car.
action.
Whose activation is it? I believe Holly and Tony went. So we have Ty and the doctor.
Yep.
The doctor will just fail his attempt to get a shot of the camera.
You're going
I-
to resolve that shaken?
I will resolve shaken.
All right. So the way shaken works is anytime your character is taking an action where that fear might hinder, you may opt to fail the roll and shed this condition. This condition can be imposed by a successful breaking point roll. Okay. And so you fail roll and you gain a beat for that. The car slamming into the side of your Jeep shook you pretty bad.
Literally and metaphorically shaken.
Literally, yes. You can't really get any clearer of a look than the silhouette of somebody driving this car. So Ty, I believe, is the last to activate this turn.
Yo, Tony, I need you to like suck in your tum-tum real quick. I just need to check something out. And I'm going to crawl across Tony and like try and like magnify my phone. I just want to see if the driver looks anything like the dude that got launched
Okay, so you're
in the
going-
magnifier on my smartphone.
Okay, so this is what I was talking about before with a different type of observation, because before I had you guys like naturally just try to perceive what was going on. Because you are taking a separate type, you're using the camera, that's going to allow you to make that photography test, that craft photography test.
Cool.
Wits would be the stat you're going to
Wits. Oh, thank God. Because previously it was composure, and I was like, whoo, boy.
It changes depending on the situation. That's what's so great about this system.
I
It's
appreciate it.
super
I've just
flex.
got like one hand in Tony's face. Is just like, I just want to see something, man. Just be cool.
I'm going to let you know that is going to impose a negative to his next drive test.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Excellent.
All right. How many did you get on this?
I'm just looking, and I got one success.
One success. All right. You can't make it out while you're doing the shooting, but you feel like you got a good eye on you got a good line on the camera to its intended target.
Cool.
Or with the camera, it's a subject. And maybe later you can look at the footage.
Yeah, Ty's gonna be like, I can't see shit, but I'm pretty sure I got the shot, guys. And it's like not even looking through the camera anymore, just like looks into the backseat, like, I'm pretty sure I got the shot, guys. And it looks pretty good. Like, let's be honest. I mean, can I fail it? Can I fail at anything, platelets? No, I can't. Oh, sorry, Tony.
My face.
And with that, we start our next round. So everybody's actions are refreshed unless you have an action that is going to supersede the driving of the vehicle that might affect the drive test.
I would like to get off of Tony's head and move back to the passenger seat.
I'm going to say the fact that you imposed it, you can't really take that one back.
Rude, but I did try, and you have to respect that.
I will respect that. I will.
Thank you.
Does
I
Holly
appreciate
want
that.
to shoot the ghost car?
Oh
I
yeah.
thought you were going to
That
say,
would
does
affect
Holly
its
want to shoot
possibility
me?
in the chase? You might do something to it. So I would allow that.
Yeah, it's either me or you first, I figure. Because, yeah, when Ty turns around to look back, like, yeah, I'm just moving back. It's like, yeah, what they see is, like, Holly's got her foot, like, braced up against the driver's seat and, like, pulled back with the rifle stuck out the window.
Now he's getting
it's just great.
face
I'm
pushed
getting, like,
from in front of him,
sandwiched
and the
here.
back of the seat is moving forward.
I gotta brace, I gotta bring that elbow in.
It's like an
This is what you
international
get.
field trip with third graders.
This is what you get for having a working driver's license and no gun. Let this be a lesson to you, Tony.
All right. So Holly is taking a shot. Do you have any specific target in mind? Or are you just taking
The driver. I want to shoot the driver.
You want to shoot the
Oh.
driver. Okay,
Yeah.
so that means that I'm going to be using a die pool that I'm not going to say specifically, because what's the fun in letting you know everything about said beastie / vehicle / what the fuck is going on.
I don't know.
But cover will apply. So that would be a -4 to your firearms test. So this is going to be dexterity firearms.
Dex
and
firearms. Okay.
You're going to do a -4 to that.
Oh boy, that's a little rough.
You have more
More
willpower.
willpower burning.
I have a lot of willpower is the thing. I have like a lot of willpower. And I'm having a very bad day. So screw it. I'm gonna burn another point of willpower. Get a couple more dice out of that.
All right.
Beef that pool up. And yeah, everybody else in the car just hears, plug your ears. Pull the trigger. There is a loud report of a rifle. And I get butt guess.
Wow.
Okay. The shot rings off the passenger side of the 409. Its rear view mirror, its side mirror, cracking off and flying in between the vehicles. Everyone make wits composure perception tests. This is just wits composure.
Okay.
Jones said something very impolite.
1 success.
Squatzo.
Ty?
I didn't
No?
get any. I'm sorry.
None? Okay.
No.
Jones did get 2 successes, though.
Tony sees the 2 successes from the doctor. Okay. Tony and the doctor, Dr. Jones. As the rear view mirror separates from the Phantom, the cars are close enough that it kind of rattles off of your own vehicle. It doesn't sound like metal. It sounded like somebody threw maybe a bag of sand, like, or something. Just it sounded like something flat and dense hitting the side of the car, not something bouncing off before it's lost to sight on the street behind you. So now you have we're gonna have the contested drive is gonna happen now.
Right. Yep. All right, and I will burn another willpower to get more dice.
So the way you get willpower back in this game is by is via virtues and vices, which are on the character sheet. It lets you heal up willpower by either appealing to the best part of you or the worst part of you. And they each have one of each that they can, if they take certain actions, it might bring back some willpower. So that's how you get willpower back. And also you get your willpower back when you rest. Like take a actual 8-hour rest. So let's roll off here.
2 successes. That's all I got.
Ooh, that's 2 successes with a reroll.
Oof.
Because a high pool of 9 lets you do that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 3
does.
successes.
Ooh.
So the 409 goes. It's one of those moments where you see the car start to kind of fade back for a second, and then all of a sudden the front end just kind of tilts upward as the torque in the wheels shifts, and it just takes off from next to you as if you were sitting in a red light.
Oh, okay.
It gets about 5 or 6 car lengths away. You can still see it is dark. It is an upstate winding road. You're looking at taillights right now. You can't make any kind of details out of the vehicle in front of you. And then I'm going to activate one of its dread powers because its turn is next. And I am going to use.
I don't like the way dread powers sounds.
Yeah, it's dread powers. It's great.
Sounds like it has capital letters, which I'm not a fan.
It's too spooky.
It does. It's a category.
I spooked. No.
As you're looking at the lights, you see the lights all of a sudden start. It's like the vehicle stopped, and the lights are actually coming at you now as you're driving at least 60 miles an hour on this upstate road. And just as you think you're about to rear end the 409, you see that the red lights are just, it looks like it might have been some kind of refraction of light. But the Jeep drives through a plume of smoke. And as soon as you come out on the other side, you don't see the car. The headlights are gone. The tail lights are gone. You don't hear the engine anymore. You don't feel it rattling your bones as it roared on the street around you. It fades to the rolling silence of only your own Jeep. And we're out of initiative right now, so you guys can go back to normal stuff. And everybody take a beat for that whole scene.
Okay. Tony's just going to relax his shoulders for a minute. Please tell me we got something.
Yeah, I don't see this going any better unless some of that footage gives us more information.
Well, we're going to have to spend some time doing that tonight. But what was it that? Did you hear what fell from the car? That didn't sound right.
I mean, yeah, but I don't have any idea what it could be.
What did it sound like? What's it's like Holly's like jittery and like completely strung out on adrenaline at this point. Just like looking
Well-
around trying to figure out where the car went.
It didn't sound like something from a car. That's for sure.
Okay, the specifics would be like really way more helpful than like not a car.
Some furniture fell out. Like I don't.
Furniture?
Without seeing what it is, it's something solid but not car.
I leans out the window and pukes down the side of the Jeep.
Oh,
My driving
That's-
wasn't that
come
bad.
on.
Let it all out, Ty. Let it all out. Fuck. Okay.
I mean,
Well, we can
wanna
hurt
go
it.
back.
We can
like-
reverse, see if we find anything on the way back, but someone set up the computer, see if we can go over what we've got.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
start taking a look. Damn it.
Okay.
When I
So we're
start
gonna
downloading
go-
the footage.
We're going to go into a slightly narrative take on this. Because this is, I'm going to count this as kind of an investigation.
Yeah.
As all of you kind of split to occupy certain investigative tasks.
Noise.
So, Tony is driving you back along the path that you had driven on.
Mhm.
Okay. I will need Tony and who else is investigating? So you got physical evidence that you can investigate for, and you've got some digital stuff that you guys recorded. So who's going with the physical investigation and who's going with the digital investigation?
Digital.
Jones will go with the physical.
And I'll also go with the digital. I've got the computer after all.
Okay, so
Got my phone.
Holly and Ty are going to make wits either. No, we'll go intelligence, computers, or I'll accept intelligence crafts if you have photography.
Okay. Ugh, woohoo, boy. That is heckin' not great. I'm gonna roll 3 dice. Let's see how it goes. Ooh.
Do I get a bonus from my personal computer equipment? Like, because
Does it have an equipment bonus?
it said it did, yeah.
Then take that bonus. It was a plus
Oh,
1
snap.
or plus 2.
It's plus 2.
Mhm.
Then take plus 2 to that roll. Add Ty can do that too.
Oh
Roll
yeah,
2
for my
extra dice and add.
smartphone. Heck yeah.
Mhm.
For my
Awesome.
my millennial bonus.
And sorry, remind me one more time when you've got a
You get plus 1 die.
specialization skill. It's plus. Thank you.
No problem.
What did I get out of these 5 dice? I got a 10. Okay. Let's re-roll one of those. I'm just very excited. I've drank a lot of tea. It had a lot of caffeine in it. I got 1 success. Sorry.
I couldn't tell that you were caffeinated at all.
It's super subtle, honestly.
All right, so 1 success on the digital investigation and 4 success. Okay, so
Roll hot or
total
roll
su-
cold, apparently.
Holy
total
crap.
You made up for all
Digital.
of those zeros.
So many zeros, but
all right, physical investigators. So I'm gonna have you guys give me your total successes for both investigations, and then I'm going to narrate to you a little bit of what you find, and then you can pick up role play from there. So physical investigators, I need wits plus investigation on, oddly enough.
I
I
was
will
hoping.
accept crime scene if you have it as a specialty.
Okay.
No, but it is also one of my professional training skills. So
Okay.
Okay. So investigation is also one of my professional skills too, but I don't get the bonus for that. Okay. So.
except I rolled
Ooh.
only 1/8, so it doesn't matter.
So 1 success.
Oh! Wait, I'm still rolling 10s. I got
That's-
5
Hey.
successes.
Nice.
Yo.
I rolled 2
Take
10s
those
and I rolled
dice to
and I rolled
Vegas.
another 10 and I had an 8 and a 9.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So we'll take care of the digital investigation first. While you were skimming through, you find 2 solid facts about this vehicle in the footage. You know that there wasn't a person driving the car. What you saw were the shadows cast by something you couldn't see, casting shadows on the flat surfaces of the driver's side door. From what you can see in the footage, there's no driver. And the other thing you see is that 100% that person was pulled into the car, and the hood of the car actually moved up and down as if masticating what it had caught.
Yo, that's on my phone 100%. And I show Holly. I like reach over the back seat. I'm like, I told you, he munched him.
Okay,
Look,
so I believe
look
you.
at that.
I believe you. Ty, breathe.
Okay,
Yeah,
munched him.
it's a man-eating car, Ty. This is huge.
Yo.
I get it. I'm excited too.
Shout on him like some fucking fajitas.
It's really weird. Yes,
Yo, are
cars
you
don't normally eat
hungry?
people.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like,
Honestly?
where would he poop him out of?
It's tailpipe, probably, or
Mm.
no.
All right, let me get to
because
the-
of
You
what I
right.
said.
You right.
But we should definitely get food because holy shit, am I
Oh
hungry?
my gosh, I'm so hungry. Fajitas.
Let me get to the physicals because they got the exceptional here. So
Dang, okay.
No, it's fair. Go.
this is
Connery,
all
go,
this
go,
is
go.
all supposed to be found out kind of simultaneously, so you can all kind of come together to exchange
Yeah.
that stuff. So the physical investigations. While inside the car, Ty and Holly are going over their computer and the smartphone, looking at the footage. Simultaneously, Tony has pulled the car up further along the road, where you feel like the side view mirror popped off. You find something in the street. The headlights casting a harsh glow on it. You can't really see exactly what it is until you get out. As Tony's getting out, though, on the driver's side, as he's pushing the door closed with his hand, he notices that it's wet.
That's weird.
Where all the scratches are from the two cars making contact, pulls his hand away, and it's smeared with blood.
Oh.
Dr. Jones keeps walking, paying no mind. He got out of the passenger side, didn't really feel any kind of blood or anything. Walks straight up to that thing in the middle of the street. In the place where you are certain the side view mirror had been knocked off the 409, you find a hand. A human hand that looks like it had been severed via buckshot. Torn flesh at the wrist, lying in the street. It's palm down, lying semi clenched. So it's slightly curled, as though the tendons are tightening from time spent dead. There's no fresh there's fresh blood at the stump. And you can see that there's a glint of something beneath it on the palm.
Jones is definitely going to attempt to bag the hand.
Jones does the good old pooper scooper technique of putting his hand inside the bag and pulling it inside out, so he has a glove. Picks up the hand by the wrist with a rather trained hand at this, no pun intended. As he pulls the bag around the hand, it turns over, being able to see the palm. And what you find is as though the eyes of, you don't know how many were used to make this, but human eyes were sliced and fractured and segmented. The entire hand is lined with pupils.
I think our ghost car is made of people.
Yeah, and I kind of like, have the show the bloody hand. It's either that or it's made of flesh instead of metal.
I mean, I will want to bring this to a facility to run some tests, but I am very certain that this is people meat.
Oh, great. Also, do you mind, I know it's your car, but do you mind taking some of this blood sample, I guess, if you want it?
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, right. I'll get a sample of that too.
Right side, it looks like there's no physical damage, so no need to call the insurance.
No, it's just covered in blood in a way that doesn't look suspicious. In my car full of conspiracy theory papers.
And all four of you finally, the car doors all slammed shut. There's a moment of silence as you contemplate the events of the past, I'd say 2 or 3 hours. And you now have your bits, your clues, your bits of information to use. You also still have your 2 leads for the other 2 locations. We'll pick up the scene there.
So not a ghost then.
I mean,
Like
it's possible the ghost is being channeled through some sort of flesh medium.
But it could also be like a projection or something. I mean, I shot part of it and it came off, and it looks like a creepy eyeball hand.
I've never run
Real
into
fucked up.
ghosts offhand, but it doesn't sound like
Offhand, that's
flesh.
good.
Unintentional flesh bits come off when
Ty
you shoot
raises
them.
their hand for a high five. Eh? No? Okay. That's cool. That's fine. Ooh, boy.
Well, now that I'm thinking about it, it has, I guess, eyeballs on it, on the hand. So it was a side
Rear view.
mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So do you,
quick
does
overview.
the relationship?
Do the eyes appear to be like? Do they look like they're from different people? Like, are there different colors and stuff, or is it one?
It's a kaleidoscope
Oh my
of
gosh.
the eye color spectrum naturally occurring. No contacts remained intact on this,
I
but
mean,
Yeah.
there's brown, there's
Like-
blue, there's
Taking a
green.
Oh,
picture of
yeah.
that.
I'm like 100%.
I mean, I
That's going on
suppose
Insta later.
there are resonant qualities
yeah.
with eyes and mirrors that sort of make sense.
Well,
It'd
but that means
be-
that this thing is physical in some capacity, whether we're perceiving it as a car or we're just confused about it being a car or it's some kind of ghost around a car. We know it eats.
It still
know it
manages
has eyes.
to disapparate too, or at least turn invisible or whatever it was doing.
I guess that's true. It like teleported or whatever.
I'm assuming
How
disapparated because otherwise it would have hit us that one time.
Well, how come it didn't really run over your legs if it wanted to then?
Also that. I mean, you were a little bruised, which I guess is sort of consistent with being hit with a flesh mound.
It's like, honestly, the leg's even better than it was. Like, I'd had
Yeah.
a cramp in the thigh and it feels great.
Truth be told, I kind of forgot. Still coming down off all that adrenaline. Okay, well, but then at the same time, I was able to shoot it. So, like, it must be at least semi-corporeal, or...
Or, I don't know, maybe just because it is made of flesh, the act of shooting, it tries
Maybe-
to respond as appropriate for flesh.
Maybe when it wants to hurt us, it's physical. Oh no, wait, no, because it wanted to run over me. Shit, I don't. This is
Nah, I
weird.
mean, it could be both still, because it did go off-road that one time, whereas it was on-road when it tried to ram us.
Other question. So, did anyone ever get a good snapshot of the driver?
Yeah, we got a little bit of footage on that. I'll like spin the computer around. There isn't one, or there sort of is one. It's like a shadow.
Ty, you said you saw you saw someone get eaten. Right?
Yo, heckin' launched.
Was it by happenstance to be one of the missing people?
Oh snap! That's a good question. Can we go through the files?
If you wanted to basically dedicate the rest of the night, you could take all the information that you have and see if you could fit the puzzle pieces together. It would be an overnight research kind of a thing. So that would be like, hey, you all have like rooms at a motel, and you go look things over while you try to get some shut eye after the event.
Ooh, multiple rooms? I'm supposed to sleep alone? There's a demon car.
However you want to divvy that shit up.
I mean, Jones is going to want to see if he could figure out at least some ideas about who the owner of these flesh bits were.
Yeah, we need Red Bull, pizza rolls, and flaming hot Cheetos.
Oh, man,
I need a
I'm
night's
hungry.
sleep is what I need.
I can go over whatever. I can spend the night going over the footage again, see if I can pull out some better quality images, and maybe see if I can compile a single thing for us to work from.
I mean, I can try and figure out some information about the owners of the flesh, but I could maybe try and ask around to see if I don't have a database on people's DNA or anything, so it's not like I can just pull up who this is.
Right.
All right. So, heading back to you all had made accommodations at a local hotel. That's it's more of a motel, although it has hotel on the sign. It's closer to the highway, up further in the valley. However you wanted to divvy up rooms is up to you. I'd assume that each of you had made individual lodgings.
If Ty needs to share a room with someone, Holly's happy to do it.
Yeah, but Ty will insist that they share the room that Ty got because their sponsor paid for it, so it's a nice room.
Sure, okay, that's fine. Okay.
It's super nice. It's
Yeah?
got like a kitchenette and stuff in it.
It's a motel. How? You know what? I bet it's great.
King size bed.
There's two of them by any chance?
No, but it's gonna feel like there's two beds because there's so much room in it. Hey, I'll sleep in the tub. That's fine.
No, you're not. No, Ty, Bloody Mary. What the hell do I call you?
But there's there'll be like a chaise lounge and stuff in it. I've been to conventions. I know what's up.
You're not sleeping in the tub. You can take the bed. It's fine. I can sleep on a chair or something. It's no big
noise.
deal.
Ty puts all of their. Do you ever go to conventions and you have the big bed, and then you just open up your luggage and all of your luggage and clothes and stuff are on the bed? Or when you go and there's two doubles and the second double is where you put your luggage. 100% that's Ty.
Okay. I'm gonna have you guys, because you were those of you who decided you wanted to go over the information again, try piecing them all together, kind of big picture, yarn and thumbtack style. Or just messy pile of papers on the table, whatever your style is. You can make some investigation tests. Because you received 4 clues, I believe, throughout the from what I was counting up. I will allow you to have a +4 to this check.
Neat.
And let's see. I will accept intelligence. Well, it's going to be an intelligence test. It's a little bit longer of a test. It's not in the heat of the moment, so it will be intelligence. And I will accept craft photography for looking at photos. I will accept computers with any kind of editing software as a specialty as well. And I will accept. Wait a second. This is the perfect time. You have a whole bunch of information. Why don't we actually use your tactic?
Yay!
Profiling.
Profiling.
So one of the really fun things about Hunter is the fact that
you get to make a profile.
You can when you make your cell, you get tactics. And this means this is cooperative actions that the group of hunters together use to get specific effects that only their teamwork can achieve. So it's special moves for the group. So profiling allows you to make a test to gain information and more clues on somebody using information that you have gathered. I'm slightly modifying this from the original rules, so that's what we're going with. So what I need is who's the primary, and the primary actor gets intelligence investigation, and the secondary are going to be using wits investigation.
Yo, I like that better. I'm secondary.
A 5 for me plus 9 again because it's.
I mean, it's up to you. It's either me or Dr. Jones because like I have a specialty in video forensics, and I also have.
That's cool as hecky.
I also, if I'm doing it as a trained, if I'm doing this as an observation of footage, I get up to 8 again.
Oh.
And 9 again.
Are you a trained observer?
Yeah, trained observer.
That's on any perception test you make.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not that specific. It is. Yeah, that's why I've been gritting my teeth on the perception rolls.
I have the 3-dot version.
So do I.
Yeah.
And yet.
Okay, so who's the primary actor then?
I mean, if trained observer doesn't apply, then
I'll let trained observer apply.
All right, then Tony should take it.
Okay.
Okay, so
would my computer help? Because you're welcome to use it while my ass is passed out.
I will accept that as a okay. So Holly is not assisting in this.
She went the hell to bed.
Okay, that's still doable with at least 2 people.
Somebody's got to get some sleep tonight. If everybody else is staying up, then Holly's going to sleep.
Yeah, I'm staying up.
Okay, so Ty gets a +2 equipment bonus for the computer.
Yo.
Ty's going to make a secondary actors get wits investigation, and if you think you have a piece of equipment that you would like to use in that, let me know, and you may get your equipment bonus to it. So Ty can get the computer, which is a +2. Is the doctor using anything?
He said he had a forensic kit, but I don't know if that really applies here.
Well, you were looking at the hand.
Fair.
Well, spooky.
So I will allow the forensic kick bonus.
Okay.
Do we add the? I know you said we got 4 for the clues or something. Did you say
you got a +3 for the clues?
+3 for clues. Okay, so I'm rolling.
So is that the secondaries getting that bonus too?
Secondaries are getting that bonus because all of the information the secondaries gather gets put in front of the primary, who is the mind taker, who looks at everything in the big picture and then formulates the grand image.
Cannot believe this.
And then looks like Charlie with their hand against the wall.
I got 10 heckin' dice. I rolled 1 success.
Ooh.
That is
so I, on the other hand, managed to roll 4 successes, but they were all the same die.
Oh!
But you monster rolled a 9 agains.
Yep.
Nice. All right, so that's 5 total successes is being added to the main to the primary actor.
Okay. So the 5 successes, they just kind of normal successes for us, right?
You get them as a die bonus.
Oh, I get them as a die bonus. Okay, that's what I want to make sure. So I'm rolling 12 dice. Okay, this is a lot of dice.
Yo.
And yet,
And yet, we have already
well,
determined.
Come on,
Cruel,
Satan, be on our side for once.
Well, if we're getting the trained observer against those 8 and 9 again and 10 again, ooh, let's see how many of these I can get. Okay, let's just separate
None.
the roll agains first. That's
Yay! I love to hear that.
there's 3. Okay, there's 4 roll agains.
Yo, we love to see it.
And I got another roll again. I got 6 successes.
Wow. Okay, so exceptional success. So Tony takes all the information that Ty is able to get together and all the information that the doctor is able to glean from the physical evidence, and you put it all together. Tony kind of creates some kind of how do you create your vision board? Is it a bunch of scrawled notes? Is it like thumbtacks? Is it a very fastidiously organized Excel spreadsheet that for some reason you can write up in a half hour?
Yeah, I would say it would definitely be like, I would definitely want to say it's like a lot of paper and with like a lot of descriptions and observations of behaviors for this, like basically note like all the information we have on the behaviors for the car, things related to the car, and kind of do like this weird, like do like a big mind map kind of thing. So it's like all the things that are factual that we have seen for ourselves, and then things that and then anything that we still have yet to confirm. I put those as like as satellites that are outside, but we haven't drawn any formal connections to, but there are just things that we are aware of that we need to investigate.
Okay. So what the profiling tactic does as a result, it creates basically a piece of super equipment. This profile that you have laid out with all the connections drawn and even the question marks help you guide you in your next task. This piece of super equipment will give you a +6 bonus to any research tasks you take when researching this vehicle and things like it, its history, or possibly what this is. And then it also cuts down the amount of time it will take. So a research test is intelligence academics, and whoever makes this test is going to get a +6 dice bonus to this task for this piece of super equipment that is this profile that you took all this information together, slapped it together, and put it on the table. Or, well, in this case, the other bed in Tony's motel room.
Yep. Tony's just going to look at everything for a moment and just go, who are you? What are you even?
I will allow an intelligence academics. If you have research, it gives you it's a specialty research. Anybody can make this, and you can get in an hour's worth of this research task because you did it with an exceptional success in profiling. That means you can make this research test 3 times instead of just 2.
Wow.
I also have good time management.
Yeah, me too. I also have good time management.
Which means you cut that in half. They're not stacking, so you guys.
Oh my gosh.
You guys can research 6 dice rolls worth of information. Jesus. Investigation heavy teams have an advantage when investigating, folks.
Yeah, Ty's just sitting there like watching them, and it's just like, wow, I could never. And it's like, just I want to think that they got 1 success because they couldn't keep up, so now they're just making a stack of pepperonis into a tower and falling asleep. Like, let's be honest, they are not going to be helpful with this.
All right, so I will have the researchers. This will be Tony and the doctor and Dr. Jones.
Right.
I'll have both of you make God damn it. 6 research tests
Okay.
with +6 bonus to this.
I have to. So wow.
And you're adding all of the successes together because it's an extended task.
Oh, right, it is. Oh, I better actually have a piece of paper for this because this is gonna be a lot. I have
So you're gonna make
12 dice
both
at a
of you-
Yeah,
time.
this will be a moment.
Damn. In an hour, they're doing the research of a group of 6 people would do in like 2 hours. That's how fast they're going.
So fast.
I mean, it
So
turns
fast.
out, we're being chased around in a parking lot by a demon shape-shifting nightmare car. But you get us into
okay.
a nice room with some
Okay,
paper.
so I just want to point out the very first task roll. I rolled six roll agains, and I rolled 4 more roll agains after that.
This is gonna be nuts. I just had a benchmark for this, and I'm glad it's just exceptional success beyond that, because I have a feeling you guys are gonna crush whatever freaking number I put down. For
if it wasn't
for
if it wasn't in the
threshold.
30s, it's if it wasn't in the 30s. Okay, that was okay.
Car just
Alright.
like pulls up. It's like, it's me. My name's Joey.
Here's my life story.
I like long
It's my
walks on
social
the beach.
My social security number. My mother's maiden name was Smith.
Right? Oh, jeez.
I was prepared, but then you changed to Smith, and I was like, ah, dang it, not this time. Next time, Gadget, all her millions, they'll be mine.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me.
This is a monster.
Wow.
This is probably the
Wow,
largest
okay.
die pool I've ever seen rolled
I'm
in,
only on the 4th roll.
in a Chronicles game.
I believe in you.
See, this is
Only on
all
the
spending
4th roll.
this is just spending 1 hour researching.
Gosh.
Yeah, like it's the timeline that's absurd about this.
Yeah,
so normally
the
it'd be like
timeline bit is
the clock on the
Alright.
wall, like
I don't
spinning and
think-
spinning, and it just goes.
Eh.
I don't think I'm going to be as impressive as Tony, but I clocked in at 19 successes.
19 successes total.
Jesus.
okay. So I netted 33.
What the fuck? Yeah, Ty's just playing Fortnite on their smartphone now. They're just like,
Well, and
So-
you can see it. What I think, like Tony, because he's doing a lot of video editing material, so he's just like he's so in tune with with using the software, so he's just like fast tracking everything is all the key bindings. He's like doing lightning speed key binding, just combining all the footage, putting it all together,
That's a
color
52
grading beyond belief.
All right.
50
So
52
52 successes. Is that enough?
6 monitors.
So when
Role-playing
Like
game.
toes up on the keyboard. He's like,
when the rest of you awaken, you find that Tony has put something together with the doctor.
Like walk in with coffee. So how'd it go?
The information that you have, this is not a spirit. The car is definitely made out of parts. You were able to cross-reference some things in the Network Zero data servers. You've never really seen this kind of thing before. It doesn't seem like it's a spirit, but it exhibits certain spirit traits. It doesn't seem like you've ruled out wear car for one. That's not a thing.
Okay.
But it seems as though it's some kind of amalgamation. And as you put that to the side for a moment, you were able to actually get a license plate in your photos, in your materials. You were able to catch a license plate, and you find that it's a California plate. But it's a partial. enough for you to be able to trace, extrapolating out. You find that it's a plate from the 60s. 1968 is the year that plate was distributed. The plate was BCH 30, and then there was 2 missing digits in the plate number. The one that stands out is an owner of a specific Chevy Impala 409 by the name of Mike Love. I did not make this up. This is actually a reference. Which is I'm going to take it that the Doctor is, if you listen to music at all, it would be classic stuff.
Yeah.
He recognizes the name Mike Love. Mike Love is one of the members of the Beach Boys who had a hit in 1963 entitled 409. And that is what we are going to leave off with. Strangeness. As befits any Chronicles of Darkness game. So you guys get to ponder what the spectral flesh form of Mike Love's Chevy 409 is doing in Sleepy Hollow, New York. Eating people.
It's eating people. So it's, yeah.
Yeah.
Told you it was weird. Told you it wasn't this ghost car.
You didn't say how weird.
Did not lie to us. No.
I was right. We should have set that thing on fire. Damn it.
Yo, right?
I mean, that is actually, I think, our next best plan.
That was a missed opportunity.
You know, it's got fleshy bits, flesh burns.
If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Yes.
It does bleed, doesn't it? Thank you guys for playing tonight. This is a very fun group, and I'm glad to be running you guys through one of my favorite games and settings. So we're going to be wrapping it up now. I'm going to go around the horn with everybody. You're going to say who you are, where they can find you, and what you have going on recently that you'd like to let them know as we close out tonight. Let's also add on the wonderful favorite part of tonight's game. So we'll start with we'll go in the opposite direction. Jeremy.
I'm Jeremy. If you send out a carrier pigeon, I will fail to pick up that message as well as any other on the internet. And my favorite part, there was a lot that happened this game. I like the eye hand. I think that's a very creepy touch.
Yeah, and not many people make the you making the eye mirror connection. I gotta say, that was intriguing. Nobody's ever gone that direction. Most of the time, it's just ah! So next,
that's pretty understandable.
TK.
Sorry, I was updating the notes. It's me. It's TK. Write spooky stories. I put them on the internet. If you like to read spooky stories, you can find them. tkjwrites.com or follow me on Twitter. TK joins the fray. This Friday, I am DMing Tales from the Mists, which is a spooky campaign set in Ravenloft. It's on the D&D original Twitch channel. Favorite part? Absolutely the spooky eye hand. Loved that. Loved seeing Holly shoot a ghost car. You know what? Fulfilled.
not usually the reaction you'd anticipate when shooting a vehicle. Of any
You know what? Yeah, shoot that ghost car, girl. You know what's up. Like 33 successes. That freaked me out. That was weird.
That was insane.
Also,
most singular successes rolled on a single thing, and the most successes rolled on an extended action. Honestly, it could have probably stopped you after a half hour. You had everything you needed.
Oh yeah, that was weird. It was beautiful and magical, and I'm glad that I was here for it. Also, shout out to my eyebrows. God is real. They're looking great today. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, Fox.
Hey folks, I remain Fox Barrett at Fox_Barrett on Twitter, where you can find me being extremely gay right now, mostly. What am I up to? I'm on a bunch of shows right now. I guess the one I will spotlight is every Tuesday night over at Welcome Party RPG. It's twitch.tv/Welcome Party RPG rather. Tuesday nights at 8 Eastern time. I'm part of a Rifts game called Blood, Dirt, and Chrome, where, God help us, yes, we are playing Megaversal Rifts, and it is wild and weird and wonderful. So come check it out. My favorite thing from tonight's game is I actually kind of want to say like Ty insisting that I stay in their room and then going to the other room all night.
Yeah.
Leaving me sleeping on this like sofa or like chair. I just imagine I'm just like curled up on one of those like crappy like recliners or whatever.
Oh,
with, like my 100%. Pillow from the other room. All their stuff is like spread out on the bed. I'm just like, I guess I'll just
Oh yeah, they never come back.
And I love that Ty like just never like, no, I'm just gonna stack these pepperonis. Like, oh,
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Stacked pepperonis. Tried to see how many Cheez-Its they could fit in their mouth. Like they wanted to do research. Believe me, they did.
But also, shout out to that hand though. That hand was creepy as fuck.
Oh my god, that hand.
It was so good.
Well,
she gave me chills.
Spooky.
Jackie.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie. You can find me on Twitter at DeathByMage, and we're soon going to be releasing the Unbreakable anthology, which is a all Asian creators contributed D&D 5e adventure anthology that'll be coming out sometime in March. And you can find me also on Sundays at Welcome Party RPG with Fox, where we play Worldwide Wrestling RPG, which is PWN presents Slaughter. And I play the cook, who is basically a culinary parody of The Rock.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. What was your favorite part of the night?
And my favorite part, oh man, I got to say that car chase was dope. That car chase was dope.
Yes.
And then realizing that I had to roll a lot of dice.
Yeah. Normally, you don't get to do superpowers during a car chase like that. So I had fun using the dread powers during that car chase.
That was great.
To do different things and force people to duck back into vehicles after inadvisably hanging out of them. I have been Conry. You can find me on Twitter at the Conry. I run games over on Devil's Luck Gaming here on Twitch. If you want to tune in for the first premiere episode of our new show that we're going to be doing for the next 2 months, we're doing more Chronicles of Darkness over there. We're running Fractured Chronicles Werewolf, The Forsaken. It's just set in dark eras. So this is actually set in 1970s New York, 1978 to be exact. And the title of the game is Fractured Territories. So tune in for that. I've got 4 players. We have a full set. We are in full costume for it. We go all out when it comes to our production. It's a fun thing to check in on. My favorite part of tonight was just you guys finding out more things. I normally like that the Mike Love thing to come about more organically, but there's nothing I can do about 52 fucking successes. So that okay, exposition dump. Here you go. Nothing to be done about that. And I loved it though. I thought it was great. I'm so excited for you guys to investigate more of these strange happenings in this town. as we go into next week's episode. But that's going to be it for us tonight. Remember to check out the Kickstarter. There is some really cool stretch goals. The next stretch goal is Conspiracies in a Player's Guide. It's these conspiracies are the multinational hunter organizations like the Men in Black style Project Valkyrie, or the Vatican has the Malleus Maleficarum, and they all have cool classic hunter goodies. Having those expanded and getting more powers for each of them would be awesome. There's also a whole bunch of PDFs that have been added. If you sign in, you get a whole bunch of first edition books have been added to the bundle for getting yourself pledged to get a hard copy of the book. Go and do it. Hunter second edition on Kickstarter. Other than that, I think that's it here. Thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. Hope you have a very good time. Had a good time tonight. I hope my players had a great time tonight. And as my usual sign off, until I see you again, remember to always stay evil. Good night, everybody.